Mexicans like to party. When I say they like to party, I mean party. I'm talking get drunker than a skunk. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Travel Trey, and I'm back with another video. So today we're going to be talking about 10 things that most people don't tell you about living in Mexico, but I'm here to set the record straight and let y'all know what's going on. Okay, now before we get started, a couple things. Number one, I sound really stuffy because I was sick all weekend with a cold, okay? Like, let me clarify, because when you say sick, everybody goes straight to Rona. Okay, no, I do not have coronavirus. I had a cold. Yes, people still get colds nowadays. You know, it's sad I gotta say that, but I have to say it. I had a cold, people. Getting over it, almost done. This should be the last day and I should be back to normal. Moving on. Also, I'm looking like who did it and why, but my barber texted me and letting me know that he's going to be back in 2 days, so I'm going to get this fixed later. He's going to get me right. All right, now, without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. I'm not going to waste your time because I don't want you to waste mine. All right, y'all, number one, they do not stop at stop signs. Like, I'm not even kidding. I don't even know why stop signs exist here because they do not use them. And if you think I'm playing, just take a look at this clip that I personally recorded, just so y'all can see the validity that's coming out of my mouth. Check it out. I mean, I'm not the one to say I told you so, but y'all just saw it for yourselves. They do not stop. Like, they will literally hit you and look at you like you're crazy and call you pendejo and cabrón and everything. In the book, knowing good and well there's an alto sign. For those who don't know, alto means, you know, stop. And then it says uno y uno, which means one and one, which means like, you know, when you're at the intersection, whoever gets to the stop sign first, you know, that car goes, then the next one, They just keep on going. You just gotta, you know, pray you don't get hit. So be careful crossing the street. Moving on. Number two, they drink beer like it's water. I'm not even exaggerating on this one. Like, and if you are Mexican and you know what I'm talking about, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Wait, I just said you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly. Anyways, y'all get the point. They drink beer like it's water. I don't care if it's day, night, I don't know, lunch break. They are drinking beer. You know, it's crazy. And to be honest, I feel like no one can outdrink a Mexican. You know, I know they say Irish people are the ones who can, you know, outdrink. No. A Mexican, in my personal humble opinion, I feel like a Mexican can definitely outdrink an Irish person any day. I mean, like, they definitely know how to hold their alcohol, okay? So, yeah, they drink beer like it's water. Oh, before I forget, you need to know that drinking on the street is allowed here in Mexico. You can drink on the street, people drink on the bus, you can drink anywhere here in Mexico. So if you are alcoholic, Mexico is literally like your paradise. It is cheap and you can drink any time of the day. It does not matter, you know, shit, even the police officers do it. Yeah, so just so you know, just so you're not shocked by people just drinking everywhere, you can drink any and everywhere. Your liver may not like you for it, but I'm just letting you know it is an option. I don't condone it, let me make that clear, but it is, you know, listen, you do you, okay? Moving on. All right, y'all, number three, since we're already talking about alcohol, it's only right that I let y'all know about the Güey game. I know y'all like, what the hell is the Güey game? Okay, so Güey in Mexico, it's like dude or bro or, you know, like friends, basically. So it'd be like, "Wey, ¿qué onda, wey?" Or "¿Qué pasa, wey?" Like, "What's up, bro? What's up, man? What's up, dudes?" Whatever you wanna, however you wanna translate it. That's wey. When I say they say wey in almost every sentence, it is ridiculous. So this is how the game goes. You go to a bar and you basically just listen in on a Mexican conversation, basically, and you listen for the word wey. And every time they say "wey," you have to take a shot or, you know, you have to take a drink. When I tell you, you will be drunk in less than 20 minutes, I'm not even exaggerating. It is crazy. I mean, I have played this game. I had to play this game just so, you know, I could be able to report to you guys and let you guys know the effectiveness of it, you know. So I took one for the team. But anyways, the game is actually really fun though. So y'all should definitely try. If you're not in Mexico, go to like a Mexican restaurant in the States or wherever you are. And, you know, just try to, you know, listen for the word way. And I'm telling you right now, your drink is not going to touch the table. Because it's like, way, ¿qué pasó ayer? Like they say way all the time. You don't need to understand the conversation. Just listen for way. All right? The way game. Remember, I told you that. All right, y'all. Number 4. I call this the Mexican finger. So this right here is the nonverbal Mexican yes. This means yes. So I personally adopted it and made it my own. So for me, this is yes, but this is also like hola and also gracias or thank you. So, but the official meaning of this means yes. So if you're talking to a Mexican and they don't say sí or yeah and they do this, just know that means yes. All right, so the Mexican. Now, number 5, do not get mad at me in the comments because y'all know this is true. Mexicans are always late for the most part. I would say 92% of the time, in my own experience, okay, and other people's experiences that are close to me down here, Mexicans are always late, okay? Now, y'all know about CP time, which is colored people time. You know, we have a reputation for being late sometimes. But Mexicans, they are a whole nother, I don't even know. They just have a whole nother kind of late going on. When I first got here, it affected me the most because, you know, I come from the States and time is money, you know, everyone tries to be on time. Everyone's pretty much punctual for the most part. Down here, it ain't gonna fly. I would always be the first one on time, you know, for events, parties, whatever. Everyone else is arriving an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours later. And it's normal. It's expected. So now, I'm later than the Mexican. You can't tell me nothing. If you say the event's starting at 3 o'clock, I'll probably get there at 5:30. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, I am later than a Mexican now. But it's normal here. When and if I do move back to the States, I'm going to have to adjust again because right now, I'm the latest one. And that's something to be proud of down here. You know, I'm proud of being late down here. You know, I'm not ashamed of it. You know, I had to do what I had to do to survive. And now you can't tell me nothing. I'm more Mexican than the Mexicans now. Number 6, most Mexicans are very curious about foreigners, but not any old kind of foreigners. Dark-skinned, black people, me, shit. So, and I mean this in the best way possible. When I say curious, it's like, they really want to get to know you and like understand you and everything. And sometimes they're a little too curious. When I say too curious, I mean want to touch your hair, want to touch your skin and everything. I mean, honestly, I see why. I mean, especially in my case, I mean, look at me. Like, you see all this good chocolate? I got my little stretch marks here looking like an exotic tiger. But no, seriously though, they are very curious. And if you're black especially, and you come here to Mexico, you will make friends very easily because you stick out like a sore thumb. Not being ignorant, there are, if you want to say black Mexicans or like dark-skinned Mexicans, you find most of them though on the Caribbean side. Like Veracruz, and I mean, of course, there are a lot of black folks in Cancun, but on the Caribbean side. I'm on the West Coast. There are some of us over here on the West Coast, but the majority are on the Caribbean side. So on this side, you really stick out a little more, if that makes sense. But yeah, they are genuinely very curious, and at first, it kind of shocked me when I first came down here, because I'm like, why do you want to take, actually Amy, my friend from Scotland, she can tell you, especially when I first came down here, we would be walking on the Malecon or something, and people, they literally would like stop, they would stare at me. I'm like, they're staring at you? No, she's like, they're staring at you. I'm like, shit, why? But they wanted to take pictures and stuff like, I'm like, shit, I'm famous now? Like, am I doing something that I don't know about? But I realized that in most cases, in certain states here in Mexico, they just don't really see a lot of dark-skinned people. If they do see us, it's in movies and like, you know, on TV, but they never seen like a black person in real life. So when they see one, it's like, you know, it's like a shock, like, oh, who's that? And they are very curious, and in more ways than one. read between the lines. All right. But yeah, it's super nice. When I say they treat you with the utmost respect, very nice. Please don't get offended if you hear negrito or morenito or nothing like that. It's a term of endearment, you know. I know a lot of us have become very racially sensitive and all that, but it's part of their culture. When you come in this country, you are a part of their culture. So negrito, which means like little black one, or negrita, it is not a racist term at all. Or morenito, they're just very visual in how they describe you. You know, so if you have curly hair or something, you know, they will, I know in Guatemala they say colocho. I don't really know what they say in Mexico for curly hair. But, you know, if you're super white, they'll call you güera, you know, because you're super pale or super white. So they're just very visual people. So they basically give you a name based off of your physical characteristics. It's nothing, it has nothing to do with like race or being racist or anything like that. It's a term of endearment. So yeah, just know that they are very cute. Number 7, Mexicans are extremely hard workers. Like when I say hard workers, I mean extremely hardworking. The typical work week here in Mexico, it's 6 days a week. They typically get 1 day off. Normally it's Sunday, but sometimes it's Monday, and it really depends on your job. But yeah, they typically work 6 days a week. And oh gosh, when I say I've never seen people work so hard in my life, and especially here in my town, and it's so hot, you know, like you got the construction workers out here and they're doing their things. Now, please don't be ignorant and think, oh, Mexicans are construction workers or Mexicans are poor, even that. There's some rich-ass Mexicans, okay? When I say rich, I mean like rich, they have money, okay? Like money. But they work extremely hard for what they have, you know, very hard. And I think part of that is because of the way their system is built here in Mexico. There is no support. You know, in America, you have like food stamps, you have financial, you know, support, financial aid and things like that. You know, if you get injured on your job, you know, the government pays you. No, here in Mexico, if you don't work, you basically don't eat. That's how it works, you know? So you really don't have a choice but to work hard. And honestly, there are even children out here in the streets, like they're like 5, 6, 7 years old. They're out here selling keychains, lollipops, selling anything they can to help, you know, bring some income in for their family. So, yeah, they're just really, really hard workers. I have yet to meet a lazy Mexican. You have people on the street, you know, they have like one leg. I'm not even exaggerating. One leg, you know, amputated or whatever the case may be, one arm, and they are out here hustling. They do what they have to do in order to make sure they eat, to make sure they put food on the table. So they are extremely hard workers. And my mind has completely opened since I've been here for the most part, because people are just doing whatever they have to do in order to basically survive, you know? Not saying it's like a jungle out here, but you know, like I said, if you don't work, you don't eat. You have to have your income coming in. No one's gonna give you a handout or any support. You have to work. So yeah, they are extremely hard workers. Number 8, AC, air conditioner. Oh my gosh, it is a luxury here in Mexico. Like my AC is on right now and I'm still hot. I mean, because in my town specifically, you know, like I told you, I live in the tropics here in Vallarta. It is tropical all year round. It is super hot. I think today, it's 90 degrees? Yeah, it's 90 degrees. Anyways, yeah, AC is a luxury here. Many people do not have an air conditioner in their house. They have like fans and things like that. But you know, if you know anything about fans, and if it's hot, all that thing doing is blowing hot air. You know, so I don't know. I honestly don't know how they do it. Not all Mexicans, you know, just have fans, but for the most part, I will say about 60% do not have AC. You know, and they're just used to it, you know. But me, no. If it doesn't have an AC, I do not want it. You know, call me spoiled, call me whatever. Number one, I sweat easily. I sweat in the cold, okay? So if it's hot, If you see me in real life, you already know. I'm like, do not come up to me, do not hug me because I'm sweaty and I'm nasty. Don't touch me. That's how I am because it is so hot. So yeah, AC is definitely a luxury here. So if you decide to move here to Mexico, you definitely, depending on where you live, because in the north, I know it gets pretty cold, like in Monterrey and different places like that. You'll be fine up there. But if you come down here, you need AC, okay? It's either AC or heat stroke. Pick one. AC, right? Smart choice. Moving on. Number 9. You need to know that Mexico it basically has a patriarchal society. That's basically how it is. I don't care if someone tells you something different. My own experience, and I'm pretty sure everyone who lives here or who has been here will agree with this. It's a patriarchal society, meaning that it's male dominated. You know, the men basically run the country and run basically the household. So basically the men in the family, they typically make the money. That's not all, okay, that's not all cases. Let me specify and be very clear. That's not in all cases, of course. There are always exceptions, and you know, there are exceptions to every single thing I'm saying. But for the most part, and when I say the most part, I mean a big part, like 80%, it is a patriarchal society. That's just how it is. It's very macho. You know, the Mexican machismo, whatever you want to call it, the machista. What's it called again? Machista? Shit, I can't remember right now, y'all. I'm a little tired, but it's yeah, that's definitely a real thing. The women here are pretty much, I wouldn't say submissive to the husbands. It's just a cultural thing. Not saying that they're weak when I say submissive, because these women out here, you know, they work, they take care of the kids, they take care of the home, they do a lot. But as far as the breadwinners, the men are typically the ones that are out here, you know, working and bringing in the majority of the income. And the women here, they're basically taking care of everything else, you know. So, you know, they kind of have, it's like this agreement between the men and the women. You know, you go out there, you make the money, I make sure everything's good at home, I make sure the kids are good, and blah, 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 blah. That's how it goes here for the most part. Like I said, there are exceptions, but for the most part, that's how it works here. And that's what I've seen with my own eyes. So, yes. So if a patriarchal society is something that you're not comfortable with, I typically wouldn't recommend living here. Definitely visit. Visit is fine. But living here, if you're not like super comfortable with that whole mentality or mindset, you probably will be uncomfortable here. Okay, number 10. This is the one that y'all been waiting on. Mexicans like to party. When I say they like to party, I mean party. I'm talking get drunker than a skunk, okay? Waking up on the sidewalk at like 8, 9 in the morning with a Corona in your hand that got the cowboy boots on and everything. When I say they like to party, they like to party, okay? After you leave the club or something, there's usually an after party. And then after the after party, you know, nothing else good can come after that. But, you know, they like to party. So if you can hang, me personally, I can't hang. I need to be in my house by 3, maybe 4 a.m. because I need to sleep, okay? I'm a grandpa. I can't be out here at 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning party. I just can't do it. My body just ain't gonna let me. So, yeah, Mexicans, they love to party. And they don't need a club to party. You know, they be partying here on the beach. You know, they got their little OXXO coolers. If you are Mexican, if you've ever been to Mexico, then you know what OXXO is. OXXO is like 7-Eleven. You can find OXXO anywhere in any town in Mexico. I don't care where you're at. A village in Mexico has an OXXO, okay? So OXXO is everywhere. But they have little OXXO coolers, you know, they fill it out with some ice, they put their Corona, their Tecate, which is like a Mexican brand. Disgusting, by the way. Listen, I'm just being honest. And I don't drink beer. All beer is disgusting for me. But Tecate, that is a whole nother level of disgusting. But yeah, they got their, what's the other ones? Modelo. Basically beer. A lot of different, you know, different kinds of beer they have here. They just like to party. So if you like to party and you can hang, come to Mexico. All right, so for those of you who stuck around and watched the video up until this point, I have a special bonus for you. Okay, so this is a special tip or advice or whatever. When it comes to exchange rates, okay, you will probably get the best exchange rate at OXXO. No one's going to tell you that. You will get the best exchange rate at OXXO. I'm speaking from personal experience, okay? I usually get 19, for example, if the Mexican peso, if the dollar to peso ratio or exchange rate is $1 US to 21 Mexican pesos, at OXXO, they'll probably give you it for 20. So it's just a 1 peso difference. Whereas at the bank, you're probably getting like 17 or 18 pesos max. But OXXO will always give you the best exchange rate. Many people don't tell you that, and many people don't know that. So you heard it first from me. All right, thank you so much for checking out my video. If you haven't already, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Do whatever you got to. You honestly don't have to, but I would love it if you would. Wait, I said that wrong. But anyways, I'm still learning how to do this stuff, y'all. But yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe, and yes, I'll see you on the next video. Bye!